Okay. And on your mark, get set, go.
For this topic, I'm going to tell you about my first football game. So prior to going to this football game, I wasn't really a big football fan. I ended up meeting another fellow coworker at Payless who worked at a different store who came over to help us. And he was super into football. He would talk about it every time he would come and fill in to help out. So randomly one day he asked me and another 2 coworkers if we were willing to go with him and to kind of take a road trip to San Jose to go to the 49ers game. This was the first time, I believe, that they opened the new Levi Stadium. I believe that's the name. And we were more down for it for the trip overall, not so much the football game. But in the weeks following, we did end up like planning everything out and going shopping for it. We ended up getting matching jerseys. And on top of that, we ended up getting all the necessities for that big trip. Well, we ended up showing up really late the night before the game, and we believed that we had reserved a hotel room that was really close to the stadium, but it was actually pretty far away. I can't remember the distance, but long story short, we had to take like a 30-minute drive from our hotel to the stadium. Well, before the game, we also decided to go to the stadium ahead of time because they had this really cool museum where you could kind of see the journey of the 49ers, see the cool jerseys, see all about all the championships that they've had, which I don't believe have been many in the last few years. Well, we ended up showing up late and they were closed. We weren't able to go inside, so it was a big bummer. But the day of the football game came around and we ended up getting there and enjoying the whole day. It was actually pretty cool, and I think that it was something that ended up turning me towards football. I'm still not great at it. I don't exactly know or wouldn't be able to explain to somebody how it works, but I'm still getting things here and there. And I can officially say that I consider myself a 49er fan. I don't know if it's more because that's the first team I ever came into contact as far as knowing, but I constantly fight with people or kind of argue over it because they're not the best team. I don't think they have won a game in a pretty long time.
You had 3 minutes.
Okay, there.
Okay.
Sorry, I was trying to make it go.
Okay, stop. Okay, I got 1 like, but I'm questioning that 1 like if it even happened.
Yeah, there was one for sure.
Okay. Because I was like, oh, I think there was, but I'm not quite sure.
I caught myself on one. I don't know if there was any more because I was just blinking.
It was the 1.
Okay.
Okay, and then one more topic. Do you have any ideas? If you could meet anybody in the entire world throughout like history, who would it be and why?
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Do you want some time to think?
Yeah, give me.
Okay, you can have your 10 minutes and just let me know when you're ready.
Okay. Write some. Okay. I think I'm ready.
Okay. Okay. All right, on your mark. Ready, set, go.
If I could meet any specific person in the world, the person I would want to meet would be Selena Quintanilla. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with her, but she is a Tejana singer that passed away. She actually today is actually her death anniversary. It's been about 30 years since she passed. I feel like she ended up having a big impact on my life because I actually really like to sing. I don't consider myself the best, but she was someone that I grew up listening to. She did pass away when I was 6, but I feel like no matter when that period of time happened, she has always had some kind of influence in my life and I think my family's life because of her being the embodiment of like girl power and independence. She was really talented and she ended up dying at a very young age. So it was really sad to see how much she was able to build in such a short time. She did end up going into fashion. She primarily spoke English and sang in English, but ended up venturing into Spanish a little before she passed. So singing in Spanish, I feel like was one of the things that I really like to do. I can't really sing in English as great as as great as I could in Spanish. So I think that's why I really like listening to her music and seeing how she's able to sing in both languages. She was definitely someone that I looked up to, not just in how she sang, but the way she dressed, the way she carried herself. The sad thing was she had a concert, I believe, around where I lived, close to the time that she passed, and we were not able to go. I think that's one of the things that I regret the most, not getting the chance to be at one of her concerts and get to experience her presence, I guess you could say. She was amazing, and they continue to still uphold her memory, which is really great. They have her makeup line, they have various shops. I believe I heard of them recently opening one where it's primarily everything Selena related. So there's clothes, there's memorabilia, there's music. You always hear of them like remixing her music. It's really great to see that even though she passed away, she still lives on day to day and she still continues to inspire me. Thanks.
Okay. On that one, I had 2. There was one like, and then that thing I counted, but I don't know if I should have counted it, but I counted it as like.
No, I felt like there was 2 as well. This one was tough. I thought I prepared a little bit better, but not.
No, but you still did good on there. Okay. Did you want? So we have you. Do you want to do more, or do you?
Yeah, we can. I'm free for the next 10 minutes.
Okay, let's do one more just in case.
Okay.
Because I think me and Amanda are gonna have to do
a couple more.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Did I really? Okay, so you'll have 5 post-awareness trainings on there, which is a good amount. And yours are improving or staying the same, which is great.
Okay, good.
Mine went down, and then I got a 6 on the last one, so it's not doing so great.
You know, I felt like this last time I said a lot more.
No, you didn't.
Okay, good.
Oh, you did good. All right. This time, let's have you talk about your favorite memory? Like, or
Trying to think of something that I could talk about a lot.
or can you talk about what's your favorite movie and why, or what's your favorite book and why?
I feel like I'll probably end up not going the whole 3 minutes.
No worries.
Sorry, I'm trying to think too, but let's see. Okay, I can tell you my first driving experience.
Wait, your first what?
Driving experience.
Okay, perfect. Okay, that was like pretty similar. First car, first driving experience.
Yeah.
Wait, give me 10 minutes, or are you ready to go?
I think I'm ready. I hope. All right.
All right, on your mic. Right. Get set, go.
My first driving learning experience was not the best. My dad's not exactly the best person to teach anybody anything to do with like a pressured event. So he would try to teach us and he would end up yelling at us. So it ended up being more of a dramatic event than it would be anything educational. So what I ended up having to do in order to learn how to drive was take it upon myself to do it. Not so much driving anywhere far away from where we lived, but somewhere safe where if that were to happen, we wouldn't have to worry about any incidents happening. So I would go to the nearest school that was down the street from my house. The parking lot was pretty big, so we wouldn't have to worry about running into anything if anything specific had to happen. Well, I ended up teaching myself how to drive. This was when I was about 18 years old, I believe. Maybe 17. I'm not exactly sure. But I still did not have the chance to go and actually get my permit. So I ended up driving for about 6 months without a license. And around that time, I had just graduated and was going to college. And I had no one to take me, no transportation. Keep in mind, I learned how to drive in a van, an old school Aerostar van that was huge. If you haven't seen one of those, they kind of look like a box. I don't know. Pretty much, it was just not the most convenient car to take to college, to your first year of college. It was somewhat embarrassing, and I was always worried that I was going to hit something. Well, during this time, I had a friend that was actually going to college with me, and God bless her because she was brave enough to get in the car with me. And on the first trip to college, we actually ended up taking the freeway, which I had never done by myself. Well, I remember having that conversation with her where I think we were running a couple minutes late, or we were going to be a couple minutes late, and I was mentioning to her, I've never gone on the freeway. What do you think? Should we risk it? And she backed me up all the way and was willing to risk it. We got on the freeway. Luckily, nothing happened. Everything went super smooth, but I'm not going to lie, I was freaking out. The freeway is nothing close to what it is driving on the street, but I definitely learned that if I ever teach my son how to drive, I will be calm and ready to take it.
At 3 minutes.
Oh my god, it was hard too. I'm so not like all here today.
You're fine. Okay. I counted 2 filler pauses. The so's just because they were like so so I counted those as filler pauses.
No, you're fine. I think I had 2 filler pauses and like 2 likes.
I didn't get any likes.
No?
No.
Okay. It might have just been me. I'm over here trying not to like trying to think about what I was saying.
No. Yeah, so you did get just 2 on the fillers. Perfect. Did you want to do more? I think that's good. You do have 5.
Fine. Yeah. I mean, if anything, we have a while till the next one, right? Or is it this upcoming weekend?
No, we have a while until it's due, and it's just the whole thing's due.
Okay. All right. No, I think we're fine. And if anything, I can make myself available. My schedule is a little wonky, so just let me know and I'll figure out a time.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right.
Well, see ya.
See ya.